and welcome to Gunning to Old Trafford with your hosts here, Shady and Ibrahim.
Thank you everybody for joining us for another segment. Before we get into what we've got planned for today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support and your motivation really gets us going, and it means a lot. So thank you, and hit that subscribe button.
Great stuff. So transfer market. 2 weeks to go. I don't know. I think let's start at Arsenal.
Yeah, we can go into Arsenal.
Let's start at Arsenal. Arsenal still looking for a few buys, Ibrahim. But obviously, as Edu mentioned, the price needs to be right. Okay. Quickly just running through. There's only about there's a few positions that needs a little bit of backup, and one position that needs backup, and I think you'll agree with me, is the Bukayo Saka wing position. Right. So remember, Bukayo Saka is playing week in, week out, and a replacement is needed. Well, we tried getting Rafinha refused. Rafinha wanted to go to Barcelona. But a very shocking name popped up today. Callum, I can't get his name. Hudson-Odoi from Chelsea. Tricky winger in the under-21 international setup. However, Chelsea do not want to sell. They want to loan out, and I don't think they're going to loan to a rival club like Arsenal. Okay, so that one seems to be not heading our way. However, good news, a player by the name of Varami Pinto, or Pino if I'm not mistaken. Not much known about him, from Brazil, also heavy linked with Edu. He currently plays for Villarreal at the moment. He's 19 years old, tricky winger, quick winger. So apparently last night Edu left for Villarreal. So let's see. Look, Arsenal are working on a few things. Rob Holding, Aston Villa putting in a bid for Rob Holding. Also, currently the defense is looking solid. I still feel a player like Rob Holding backup.
Yeah, good backup.
Really it's a good backup. So one thing for sure, after a long time, Arsenal's business was done early, and I'm sure a lot of you Arsenal supporters, they know that with Arsene Wenger, he always kept us in suspense. So with Edu, with the new technical director, and the way the club is running at the moment, a lot of the business was done much earlier, so the team has settled much quicker. And I think that on the Arsenal front, I think that's about it that's happening. However, Manchester United, 2 weeks to go. Ibrahim, where are we? Who's coming in? Who's going out? I think there should be some movement.
Yeah, just to give you some points from just my feedback from an Arsenal perspective. I think they've really recruited really well this transfer window. They filled the positions that really needed strengthening, and the players look to already have clicked in really nicely because they had a good preseason with Arteta and the boys. I'm sure that the players that they're after, and to your point, the value, there has to be value in the players that they buy. But I think the players that they get will definitely, be part of the manager's plans or be part of the style of football that Arsenal want to play. So I wouldn't be too stressed about what happens for Arsenal in the next couple of weeks. It's more about enhancing the squad rather than, looking for first-team players. So I think Arsenal are really well-suited, and I think they'll have, if the transfer window ends as is, it will be a really good transfer market, but I think they'll add another, at least one more player before the window shuts, in a couple of weeks' time. On the other hand, Manchester United, where do I start? Manchester United, unfortunately, don't look to have any structure, any plan in place when it comes to the transfer market. Eric Ten Hag was appointed mid-May, and there was some optimism, Eric Ten Hag coming in, that he would really improve the current batch of players, but also that, he was going to be backed in the market. The Glazers have shown over the last couple of years, and let me just add, not with money of theirs, with the money generated from the football club. So it's not the Glazers generating funds, it's the Glazers just using the funds from Manchester United to support it. But whenever they've missed out on Champions League football, they've always, backed the manager the next season to really give them the chance, because Manchester United have become a top, fighting for top four, not fighting for championships. That's what we've become under the Glazers, unfortunately. So there was some optimism that, there would be money available. And I think Richard Arnold, when he met the fans at the bar or at the pub, towards, end of June, I think it was, and he mentioned that, things are going to change this time around. Woodward's gone. Now we've got Richard Arnold in. He's got a director of football in John Murta and Nicky Butt and Darren Fletcher. Not Nicky Butt. Darren Fletcher. That's really going to make the transfer market a little bit better. And they had £200 million to go in and spend. To date, we've signed a backup left back in Tyrell Malacia, who's been really good so far. We've signed a free transfer in the form of Eriksson, and we've signed a defender in Martinez. But we've neglected the areas of play that are really important, which are our midfield, our striking department, and our attacking department in the form of our wings, right? The coach wanted, so Erik ten Hag made it clear from the start that he wanted a player in Frankie de Jong or someone of his quality to be able to handle the midfield. He wanted Anthony to come in from an attacking perspective. And then he wanted a backup striker to just enhance or support Cristiano Ronaldo, Anthony Martial up front, just so that we have some backup. Unfortunately, none of that has really come to fruition. Nothing's materialized. And what we're seeing now is a really scattergun approach, in that they've been after, they chased after Arnautovic.
Yes. But that one just never made sense to me.
It didn't make sense. A 34-year-old.
At Manchester United, it's like just now, they're just going through the phases, and they're going through the main, and whoever they get now, they get. And this, Ibrahim, just to also add, just something that just popped in my mind now, is that Manchester United, the history of Manchester United was that academy. The Neville brothers, the David Beckham, the Paul Scholes, the Nicky Butt. I mean, these guys are Manchester United. Actually, just saying that we were talking about Gardner.
Yeah.
What a player. Went out on loan last year, came back, and you guys want to sell him for 15 million to, I think, to make space for Rabiot. But still keep McTominay and Fred.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. So that's just my take on the Manchester United side, is that you have a Gardner that oozes Manchester United, and you want to get rid of him, or I would say use him as an investment. Send him out on loan and get him back. But McTominay and Fred, Ibrahim, that's not your guys' answer.
Yeah, and
it's not your answer.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the difficulty. So just getting back onto the transfer market issue, to Shady's point, the academy has been something that United have really prided themselves upon, and we've got really good youngsters coming through, and I think Ten Hag will really improve them. We got the likes of Garnacho, we've got Zidane Iqbal, we've got Charlie Savage, and hopefully they keep hold of Ghana now that the Rabiot deal has fallen apart. But the coach really needs backing in the market. It really needs to bolster that first team. We touched on Arsenal, where they're looking for recruitments to really enhance the squad, whereas Manchester United need players to really bolster the starting 11.
Yes.
So, yes, you can bring youngsters in from the academy, but we really need to be supported. And what I don't like seeing this week is the scattergun approach from the director of football, where things were going to change, in that we're chasing players like Arnautovic, which thankfully fell flat on his face due to the outcry from the fans. We're now going after players like Rabiot. Today I've heard, there's some talks that they now approached Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid to get Casemiro and João Felix. These are really good players.
Those are very good players.
But I think from a Manchester United perspective, it's unrealistic. We know we're not going to get those players. They're playing Champions League football, and they're not going to come to a dysfunctional club. What I think is happening is the owners of Manchester United are just making some noise around, look, we're trying to do
just
stuff.
to calm the fires at the moment.
To calm the fans. And I think that's what's happening. So, United's transfer market has been a real shambles from day one right through to now. We've got 2 weeks left to salvage it, but I don't think that they're going to do anything worthwhile. And I think Erik ten Hag is really going to struggle with the current bunch of players. And if we do bring in players like Frankie, if he does come in eventually, I don't think it's going to be enough to really help Manchester United to drive and to move forward.
I'm in a very optimistic mood today. I still feel, and this is just a little bit of positives in your people's negative, in your sorrow. I feel that Erik ten Hag is going to get Frankie de Jong in. I just have this feeling. I think there's a lot of rumbles at the Camp Nou at the moment. So I think Frankie de Jong is looking to also push it through. It's not going to be the best. However, it's a start.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And we'll be back with a lot more segments over the next couple of days. So thank you again for tuning in.
Thank you guys.